My friendship with Yummy is over. My friendship with Kewl Tune has just begun. For the next 100 days, I will be posting a Kewl Tune video every single day. Let's go. I'm locked in crazy for the last month and mastered everything with Kewl Tune. So in this video, I'm going to show you the best possible Kewl Tune Deck Profile. Every Kewl Tune lover, you smash the subscribe button right now, because tomorrow there'll be Kewl Tune video number 2. The day after, Kewl Tune video number 3. And 100 days from now will be 100 straight Kewl Tune videos. Let's get straight into this video. We're going to show you the best possible way how to play Kewl Tune. All the master duelists out there playing the stupidest shit I've ever seen. The OCG players playing with 3 clip. If you play 3 Kewl Tune clip, you are brain dead. I will show you the best way to play it. With that being said, I'm also 7 days from today launching the day that this deck gets released. I'm launching the official Kewl Tune spreadsheet mastery masterclass, where I'm going to be showing with you a 50-page fucking booklet, an ebook on Kewl Tune, literally, that you get immediately upon the purchase on 7 days from now. And then there's going to be a 3-hour live masterclass showing the hundreds of hours, hundreds and hundreds of matches that I've played, and 100 replays that is going to get sent directly to your account. I'm already halfway done. It's going to be fully done 7 days from now. Go check that out right now. Go right now, and Medify members get it for free. All right, and with that being said, let's get straight into this video. Everything you need to know about Kewl Tune in this video, and make sure to come back for tomorrow, because every fucking day for the next 100 days will be a Kewl Tune video. Let's go! I'm hyped to do this. This is the best deck list. I'm going to explain everything inside out. Why is there 1 clip? Why am I playing Duelist Genesis? Why is there 1 RS? Why is there 2 mix? You can play 1 mix. I'm going to explain very specifically everything you need to know about this deck. Whether you're new, whether you know everything, or whether you know nothing about this deck, I'm going to explain everything right now. Get the masterclass. Let's go. So, Rotary is the reason this deck is broken. I'm going to explain what each of them do. The gimmick of the deck, guys, is they're all tuners. They all synchro with 2 tuners, and you could synchro with a tuner in your hand, making the hand traps very good. Very specifically, the Ghost Girls and Effect Veiler. People play Psy-Frames in this deck, but the thing with Psy-Frames, like, if you have it going second, is great, and if you have it going first, it's a pseudo extender, but not really. It's also why Mix is the worst one, and I'm actually hobbling between 1 pot and main or the second mix, but you don't want level 2s. You don't want level 2s, guys. For maximum extension, you want all the level 3s, and you want to search Rotary as quick as possible. So, for those that also don't know about the deck, just say it super quickly, all of them are 1-card starters. The deck plays 20 hand traps and 20 starters, and all the hand traps are pseudo extenders. So, 1 Rotary, for example, that's level 1, is full combo with any level 3 hand trap. It takes use of the Ghost Girls so damn well. And I'm going to explain the hand trap combinations where you use the hand traps together. That was just my friend Kewl Tune Q calling, and I'm the new Kewl Tune GOAT! No one will win as many YCS wins as I will with Kewl Tune. I'm going to take down all of France nationals with Kewl Tune. Kewl Tune is the best deck of the format. So Rotary is the new card that makes the deck so broken, and don't worry, budget players, yes, I get it, Harmonia is a $100+ card, and it will be. However, tomorrow's video is going to be a Kewl Tune budget deck. I'm going to be releasing free resources for you guys every fucking day. There's no excuses for any Kewl Tune player to not win your events, because every day for the next 100 days, I'm going to be posting a Kewl Tune video, and everything's free. Kewl Tune resources tomorrow, and I'm going to really emphasize the Kewl Tune budget, because if you cut Harmonia, if you play 1 mix, which I'm fucking even debating doing anyways, you can even get away with two Rotary. This deck's fucking $250. It's not the most budget, but it's not 700 as it would be with Harmonia, and I'm literally on 1 RS, which is like $10 on its own. Anywho, for those that want to know, they're all 1-card starters. There's 0 bricks in this deck. That's also why I don't like the Psy-Frames. Yes, the Psy-Frames combo with Mix, but Mix and Gamma, like, it's not good enough. If you go summon Mix and they hand trap it, and you go Mix and Gamma from your hand into Maker and they hand trap the Maker, you lost to 2 hand traps. Whereas if it's 3s and 1s, you're playing around 3 hand traps every time, not 2 hand traps. Maximum extension is best with 3s and 1s. Every one of them are starters. When Rotary gets sent to the grave for a synchro summon, you get to add a Kewl Tune spell or trap. So you add KTS. Kewl Tune synchro is one card starter. It's add one Kewl Tune card from your deck to your hand and immediately synchro summon a tuner synchro with a card in the field, but also a card in the hand. And what's broken about this card is you can activate up to 2 per turn. I'm going to explain quickly. The rotary is basically gives you your second normal summon of the turn. The whole deck is reliant on normal summons. Q, Rico, and Mix are one card full starter. I'm going to show the combo as well in this video for those that just don't know anything about it. Q gets the special a tuner from hand, deck, or grave. Rico and Mix get to add a Kewl Tune that's not the same level. So Rico can add a level anything that's not 3. Mix can add anything that's not level 2. And it adds from deck or grave. And this deck plays incredibly well into Fualos and Droll because let's say you're under Fualos. Q doesn't need a special from deck. It could special from your grave. If you're under Droll, Rico and Mix can continuously add from your graveyard. So the deck plays incredibly well into Fua and Droll, where the only way to really stop this deck is, for one, I'll explain the weaknesses at the end of the video, but cards like Super Poly, you can't really play around even if they know the hand. And what makes this deck super broken is Rotary can reveal the opponent's hand. When this card gets sent for a synchro material, you get to add a Kewl Tune spell or trap and look at your opponent's hand. And even through Droll, this activates to look at your opponent's hand because it's optional to add the card or not. So, as far as the cards in my list that typically you don't see is Duelist Genesis, Duelist Genesis is a minimum 2 of in every single deck. Even if you have to go normal side, like you're never going to go normal Ghost Ogre, but you're obviously going to start with one of your billion normal summons. You want as many overtakes as possible. Overtake is the actual best card in this deck because it's all of these, but emergency teleport. So why wouldn't you want to play more emergency teleports? And then the only reason you wouldn't want to play more Duelist Genesis is the fact that this only searches Synchro Overtake. But the reason what makes Duelist Genesis so broken is it also searches Kewl Tune Synchro. So the fact that it adds Synchro Overtake or Kewl Tune Synchro, and the deck already destroys Droll and Lockbird and ignores Droll, as I'm going to show the anti-Droll combos basically any hand, it could add any of them. And KTS is up to twice per turn. So you want as many of these spells as possible. The spells are what is how you play going second. Going second, if you open a hand of double Q, Rico, and Mix, you just insta fucking lose because that's 4 normal summons. You want to get to the normal summons via the spells and this. Harmonia is an incredible hand trap in the deck. However, it's not mandatory. It's just at the end of the day a non-engine 3 of. So if you're on a budget, I'm telling you guys right now, if you're on a budget, you don't need to play Harmonia. I'm telling you. It's a great hand trap. I'm going to play Harmonia because I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! On a budget. However, if you're on a budget, you don't need it. 3 Harmonia is the cost of the entire 70 card deck, main side and extra. It's 110 USD. Who knows what is going to be on release? You're probably better off if you're on a bit of a budget to hold off on Harmonia for a bit. I'm telling you right now, you don't need it. You will never Q special Harmonia unless you need to Q special something to get rid of Retaliating Sea. Like the only time you'll ever have a Harmonia to add is just that. Ash is better than Harmonia. Even Valor is better than Harmonia against Doom Z. People think Harmonia and Ghost Ogre are so godly against Doom Z. They are very good against Doom Z. But if you don't have a Valor or Imperm for the original level 4 normal summon, their extension is way too high. At that point, I would prefer Harmonia is only good like as they get to playing. If that makes sense. You don't need it. I'm gonna show a budget version of the deck tomorrow for budget players. Alright, I think that's enough yapping for the actual deck list. There's only so much I can explain on the deck list. I'm on 1 RS instead of 2 because Crackle, guys, is the fakest Kewl Tune card. Do not view Kewl Tune as a clip and Crackle looking into extra deck. Crackle simply existing is the only purpose of what it serves. You're going to summon Crackle once in every 100 matches against some random person playing Yummy, when Yummy is utterly unplayable right now because if you get rid of the Snatchy, the game is actually over on the spot. It's kind of sad, but we got to put our cup C's down, guys. Put down the cup. If I could do it, so could you guys. Sad moment. But that's how you play it. And the gist of the deck, again, you have everything's an extender because of all the spells. And you get 3 normal summons in the turn. 1 Rotary, your actual normal summon, and JJ Kewl Tune gives another normal summon. This deck has 0 bricks. The minion of this deck is JJ Kewl Tune. It's a full combo on its own, and it's just a broken card to even hard draw. And what makes this deck even more broken is the siding pattern is you're playing 27 hand traps post side going second with 0 bricks. So that means you have 13 starters. So you don't actually brick. And the hand traps trading off as half starters, half extenders is how you're able to play an absurd amount of hand traps. Alright, so I'll do a quick pause in the video. If you guys learned a lot already to this point, it's 10 minutes into the video. Like, this is just quickly 10 minutes of a deck profile. Imagine the 100 videos I'm going to show you, and imagine the masterclass I'm going to have next week. It's going to be May 7th. It's going to be a 5 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be 3 hours long, where you're going to get a whole booklet, a 50-page fucking booklet on everything to know about Kewl Tune. I'm obsessed with this deck. I'm going to be posting nonstop. On top of that, you're going to be getting 100 replays, literally just free for you to look at. It'll be incredible for you to learn. And on top of that, a full combo spreadsheet with everything you need to know about this deck and all forms of the deck and the weaknesses and strengths and everything. How to play around Super Poly, how to play around Fua if you see it, how to play around Crown if you see it, how to play around Ghost Bell plus Called By or Ghost Bell plus Imperm if you see it, etc., etc. Let's check it out. And then for those that money's on a budget, don't get the masterclass. I mean, it's $40, or don't get the Metafy if money's tight. If money's tight, just you subscribe to Trif Gaming, you put the notifications on, and you watch every day. Because I'm tired of Yu-Gi-Oh being too like what's the word I'm looking for here? Not elitist, but I'm tired of Yu-Gi-Oh being too expensive for people or not accessible for people. Yu-Gi-Oh's for fucking everyone. You could, as long as you know the basics of Yu-Gi-Oh with free resources that I'm about to provide for the next 100 days and the budget list I'm going to provide, Yu-Gi-Oh you should be able to win with any budget and any Yu-Gi-Oh skill. As long as you have a base Yu-Gi-Oh skill, like you're not a total newbie, you know, like you understand generically what the meta does, you'll be able to win any Yu-Gi-Oh! YCS, regional, locals, anything you're trying to win, as long as you put in the work and learn these 100 videos I'm doing. I'm doing these 100 videos because I'm tired of this fucking complaining and complaining, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! So hard, man. If I'm giving you guys these resources that I fucking spent 2 decades of training Yu-Gi-Oh! For fucking free, as I'm doing the next 100 days, you have no excuse. Especially with the budget versions of this deck. Like, I get Harmonia is expensive. I get that the first 13 cards you're looking at is $270. I understand. However, by the budget options I show, if you could get this deck, I will show you how to win for free. What the masterclass provides and what my Metafy provides is a faster track to it. Instead of waiting for 100 videos, you get all those 100 videos right there for you, just immediately for you to look at and always have. Anyways, let's go to some combos now, just so you guys get an idea. One more thing I want to discuss in the side deck. Retaliating C and Contact C are interesting, because Contact C gets outed by playing a Synchro 7 tuner. Retaliating C gets outed by playing Chaos Angel. So it's not like these are the most broken cards in the universe, but when you combine these with other hand traps, it's a bit stronger. And I do think you should be playing one Contact C if you're playing a few Retaliating Cs, because if they out the Retaliating C, you can just search Contact, and it's difficult overall. What my side deck is built for is I have 28 hand traps in every single matchup going second, and I'll explain the siding pattern in a later video. One more thing I want to mention is Kewl Tune Clip. A lot of people, before we get into combos, people think Kewl Tune Clip is 5 mana. It's not. This is 5 mana on fucking Temu on 99% off clearance sale, and it's still not. You still have 100 of these in the fucking store. This is the most garbage turn 0 hand drop in the universe. It's not 5 mana. Clip is basically 5 mana if you only send 2 Luciuses from your hand. It's a neg 1 or a neg 2 in its best possible situation, where it's, let's say you open Clip and Rico, you just want neg 2 for one fucking interruption. You're not it's too late in the BLZD meta to get a Rico pop. By the time JJ Kewl Tune hits the board, they already have Zalin up, and you lose the whole value of Clip. And RS is so easily played around, being main phase only, that it's still not worth to go neg 2 for just one negate. It's like having Gamma in your hand and Driver in your hand. That's the equivalent of Clip. In a best case situation, you have Gamma and Driver in your hand, Clip being the Gamma and Rico being the Driver together. It's in the best case situation. Even if you go Clip Mix to get Maker on board and get a Search to trade off, so you go neg 1 and get 1 pop, in its best case situation, it trades off as Ghost Ogre being a pop 1 that you have to wait for the mix to resolve in the grave. You can't even just pop at ease. It's the worst turn 0 hand trap ever, and you're only playing it because it's searchable for your combo going first. Going second, you need to side Clip out. I'm not fucking kidding. People, I'm seeing these idiots on the Facebook group saying, oh yeah, I main 2 Clip and I side 1 going second. Fucking bozo dumbass. You should be playing 0 Clip going second, because going second, you're siding out your engine. So what the Clip is already dog shit, because in the best case scenario, it's a neg 2, but in the normal scenario, in the most used actual like situation of what's going to happen with Clip, is you're going to have Clip, you're going to have Q or Rotary, and you're going to have 3 hand traps. Are you going to go Clip and Mourner? like, be real. Crackle is the fakest thing. In hundreds of matches, you'll make Crackle once. The only reason Crackle is in this extra deck is to scare every opponent and have them adjust their extra deck accordingly. You can no longer take Azamina because you know that they could Crackle. You'll no longer be taking Yummy because they just get rid of the one Snatchy. Decks that rely on one extra deck card, and because it's at one, just can't play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore because of Crackle. But that's all it's required to do, just existing, because the opponent will be aware of it. That's all you need to do. It's debatable to even to not even play fucking Crackle, but Crackle is there for that purpose. It's the scare idea of it. You're never actually going to summon it. If you go out of your way to summon Crackle, you just did the wrong play. I'm going to show you guys now. Again, with all this incredible information that I'm showing you guys, it took me a long time, hundreds of hours to get to this point of this knowledge. So I want to show you guys now kind of what different Kewl Tune combos would lead depending on what you open. But if I'm showing this all this for free, imagine what I show in the spreadsheet. Check it out down below. Okay, so what's beautiful about this deck, it's the ultimate 1-card Sharder and 4-card Handcrap deck in the universe. You have 4 Handcraps and 1-card Sharder. The fucking best. And then you draw one of your spells. This deck excels at that more than any other deck because the hand traps are also pseudo extenders. Even though Mix is the worst one, let's say you go summon Mix right now, and worst case scenario, if you're going second, you triple hand trap your opponent. Worst case, you could go Mix and Mourner into a remix. You pop their card and try to keep playing on the opponent's turn via adding back Ash, getting this for follow-up, etc. It's not the worst, but overall the best actual the best actual starter would be either the spells, or you're going to want Q or Rico or Rotary, because Rotary is better into hand traps. But just for an example of this hand, you're going to want to go Mix into Rotary, and your Mix is basically just going to sit there. If you open Mix, it's way more susceptible to droll. But if you open the others, or if you open 2 starters, you play around droll every single time. And even if you get drolled right now, you basically auto win the fucking game because you have 4 hand traps, and the Mix will go into remix. You're gonna auto win anyways through droll, and you'll see the hand. But in this situation, this is why the Ghost Scrolls are so damn good. You're gonna reveal basically the whatever Ghost Scroll you don't really need. You'll get it back later, don't worry. And you're gonna summon the Rotary. And the Rotary and the Ghost Girl that you feel is the worst into that matchup is going to go into Maker. This is this exact combo I'm showing you guys right now is the same combo whether you start with Q, KTS, Overtake, Genesis, Mix, Rico, Rotary. They're all derived from the same idea. You do what you need to do to go into Rotary and Maker. These are the only 2 important first card. Your first action you want to do is make Maker and make Rotary. These are get Rotary synchroed. This is the very first thing you want to do. Nothing else. You don't give. You're not trying to make anything else. You're not trying to make a synchro 6. You're not trying to make a synchro 5. Your whole game plan going first is how can I make Track Maker and how can I synchro Rotary immediately. This even furthers how shit Psyframes are, where it doesn't actually help you. Like going first, they're just super dog shit. You don't want to go normal Mix and Gamma make the Maker. You specifically want to make the Maker with the level 3 and a Rotary. Whether the level 3 is a hand trap or whether the level 3 is Rico or Q, it doesn't matter. All roads lead to Rome, but this is how you want to do it. And you always want to go Channeling 1 Rotary, Channeling 2 Maker, because you don't want Rotary to get ashed. You want to see their hand. Once you see their hand, you adjust accordingly. So now you're going to get 3 normal summons per turn. You're going to have your actual normal summon, the Rotary normal summon, and you're going to get the JJ Kewl Tune normal summon. So with this specific hand that we have, you're going to have Track Maker first. You want the Track Maker here to be searching Q, and you want the Rotary to search JJ. Because we open 4 hand traps, we don't need KTS. Now you could search KTS in the situation, and you could go like, let's say you get JJ Kewl Tune. Let's say you get JJ Kewl Tune and KTS and not the Q. You'll go JJ Kewl Tune. You would tribute a monster, summon Rico, etc. But it's not good enough. This is the best way to do it. KTS is just in addition to your end board. You don't need it. It's an addition if you open all Kewl Tune cards. So now that this is what you have, and you know their entire hand because they're rotary, so you play accordingly. If the opponent has super poly at this point, there are multiple options you can do for super poly, but typically they don't have hand traps at this point. But whatever they have, you could do accordingly. You could do a Zalin quicker than normal, and feel free to use your tuner hand traps as synchros. Trust me, you're gonna get them back in auto win. Your next situation is gonna want to have your third summon here. So at this point, this is where you could, if you want, kind of search a hand trap. But since we used Ghost Mourner already in the situation, we don't necessarily need it. Your choice depending on the deck. You already have it. If I didn't have Ash Blossom, let's say instead of Ash Blossom, this was a Ghost Spell. Ash is one of those hand traps that are just by far, the best hand trap anyways. So you could go Q summon Ash with the only thing you want to end on is you want to have a level 2, you want to have Q as a level 3, you want to have another level 3, you want to have Maker, and you want every Kewl Tune card to have used its effect on turn 0. So you have not used Rico yet. So what you're going to want to do with the Rico is JJ Kewl Tune Tribute to Ash. This is if you didn't have an Ash. Summon the Rico. Rico, add Clip to your hand. You only need one of Clip or KTS to have everything freely through interactions. If you see your opponent has, specific non-engine, on my masterclass I show what happens if you see Droplet, what happens if you see Super Poly, what happens if you see Forbidden Crown, what happens if you see Clips, what if you see Thrust or Talents and Thronebreakers. They are different from this rendition of what you're looking at. You adjust accordingly. This is just the basic combo. And what you want to do is you take the Q in the mix into Remix. You always look at their hand with Rotary before you Q. If you're resolving Q, Rotary, and Maker in the same chain link, Q always fucking must be chain link 1. I can't stress this enough. Who gives a fuck if they Ash Blossom Track Maker? It doesn't matter. You always want Rotary chain link. Make sure you know their hand before Q resolves, because then you adjust. You put top deck accordingly. What if they have 2 Lucina in hand and you top deck another Lucina? You give them that Lucina. What happens if they have 3 normal summon and you're playing mirror match? They have Rico, Mix, and Q, and then you're gonna give them another fucking normal summon. It's very specific. You must see their hand. If you see their hand has 2 crown or 1 crown, you give them another crown. You want to give them a card based on their hand. By giving them a top deck without knowing their hand is the stupidest shit in the universe. Go out of your way to not resolve Q until you know their hand. You could always get a second Q later with JJ to make sure you know their hand and then top deck. It's very vital. And this exact combo you're looking at is the exact combo you're going to end on every fucking time. Zalin Remix. You are not going to go RS. You are not going to B2B on your turn. You're not going to Crackle. You're not going to Loudness War. All of these, except Crackle, the fakest card of all, will be summoned on the opponent's turn. You Zalin and you Remix first. I cannot stress this enough. The only time you do not end on this is when you see Super Poly. When you see Super Poly, there are multiple avenues you do, which I'll explain in a later video. But I won't reveal too much sauce now, but in later videos, my 100 videos that I said, 100 days of Kewl Tune, you're going to see how to play on Super Poly if you see it with Rotary. In this situation, what you do is this. You end on 3 hand traps. You're going to search Ash, so you're going to have 4 hand traps. On your opponent's first action, you save Zalin and Remix. You don't use them yet. Your opponent's first action that does not get hand traps. So let's say it's like they summon a Doomsy Amalth. That's a bit different, because that's just getting improved immediately. So you save your Zalin for after. But your first action in your hand that doesn't outright stop the opponent's first play, what you're going to be doing is Chain Remix. Now, think accordingly if they have a quick play spell. Rotary, knowing their hand, adjusts a lot of plays. So use your brain a bit. If they have quick play spells to not do this, think accordingly. So you gotta be really on the ball on knowing what your opponent's hand is and how they can interact with. That's why the deck's so broken. The reason why this deck is so broken, people are saying it's the best Gophers deck in history, and I'm people, is you know their exact hand and you do accordingly. You can never lose with 4 hand traps and 10 interruptions. You go Remix first action and you Zalin their first play that your hand trap doesn't stop. Got it? And then what Remix will do is you're going to add that same Ash Blossom that you searched. You're going to specifically summon Q. And then the Zalin and the Q are going to make back-to-back. the Q will trigger again to just banish a random card from your. You're gonna look at your opponent's top 2 cards and banish a card. The reason you want Q in the situation is you're not gonna Q later, and it's just a free banish. There's a lot of 1-of in people's decks. You'll banish Kewl Tune. You have four cards to look at from your 2 on your turn and 2 on the opponent's turn. You have 4 cards to look at to banish 2 1-ofs. One of them most likely will be some 1-of that they need to search. It's for free. You might as well. And then in this exact game state, you just wait for your opponent. Obviously, we're setting imperm. Now you have 4 hand traps to use accordingly. But when your opponent activates, let's say now they summon another monster, you go back to back. You use your hand traps to stop them in this situation if you need to. And you want to summon Trackmaker. You will not Trackmaker fuse. You will Trackmaker search. And what I like to do in this situation, I go Trackmaker. I like saving Rico and Clip for the very last. Now, if the opponent's playing a deck that Crackle will hard solo like Yummy, yeah, Crackle immediately. But anyone with the brain will not be playing decks that Crackle instantly solos. That's why I'm saying Crackle's fake, because no one will be playing them anymore because they know how much they insta lose to the most played deck. So just simply Crackle existing is enough. You don't need to go into it because people are going to be playing decks like Kewl Tune, Doom C, and Mitsurugi that doesn't give a shit about Crackle. But in this situation, you're going to want to search Rico, and you're going to want to save Rico and Clip in your hand for either when they play activate a field spell, activate a scale to pop, activate a continuous spell to pop, and then you're going to get a free pop of Rico and get out your Omni Negate. So the next situation, you're going to back to back on the next monster they use to summon Mix. You will not use Mix effect. You're just going to use the back to back to synchro. And you're going to use back-to-back accordingly specifically. Where in this situation, you could pop and bounce. Trackmaker is not does not target, so use that to your advantage. If you go like Chainlink 2, Maker, Chainlink 3 mix, you pop something. If they were to, let's say, chain Ecclesia, when it comes out, Maker could just tribute or non-target bounce whatever they bring out so they can't Albaz. Just as an example here. So you get 2 huge interruptions from that. Then the loudness is a crazy interruption because let's say they're playing Mitsurugi, people don't even use Banish Rotary enough. When you go Loudness Banish Rotary, you get the non-target DD Crow, which is fucking humongous, and people don't use it enough. Especially for situations, let's say you're playing Sky Striker, you pop the link with the Loudness Summon, they trigger Ray Engrave, and you go chain Loudness, Rotary, Banish the Ray. Or put Ray back to deck. It's very good. So, or if it's not in that situation, you could non-target bounce again with Loudness. Loudness is the best card after back-to-back. Or you could pop whatever kind of made for that situation that you need. That's what makes this deck so good, is the versatility. So your 1-card combo there of this one Kewl Tune mix does all this. You got your 4 interruptions, and then your last interruption you're going to get is Kewl Tune Clip, where you're going to summon the Kewl Tune Clip. You're gonna use the Rico. You're gonna pop the speller trap that they have. You're gonna basically wait for them. Every deck has some spell. Kewl Tune, Doom Z has a lot of spells. Elfno has a lot of spells. Power Patron has a lot of spells. Every deck has some spell, but they get it later in the combo. That's why you hold your Clip and Rico for that. So you get the free MST, and then you have a free Omni Negate. So your 1-card combo leads to 6 interruptions that are super layered and different interruptions, and you know their exact hand, so you use your 6 interruptions when you need to, and then you search a hand trap, and then you have 4 other hand traps. And the crazy thing about this is, if this is not a hand trap, let's say you open more, let's say it wasn't Ghost Spell as a KTS, the KTS could be another hand trap. If you'll just alternate your the way you did this to do it a little bit differently, but it will just be more interruptions. So this is the combo. It's fucking broken. And whether you start with Mix, whether you start with Rico, whether you start with Q, or whether you start with Rotary, or Overtake, or KTS, all roads lead to Rome. Every combo is a derivative of what you just witnessed. What you just witnessed is a derivative of every single combo, but you always must know the way you do it is you end on Zalan, you end on Remix. Nothing else matters. View that as like the backbone of this deck. You end on Zalan, you end on Remix, and then whatever extra clip or KTS you end on is a bonus, and a billion hand traps. And then the Remix and Zalan will end on all of this to be 10 interruptions. This was Ghost Spell because you have 4 hand traps in addition, and you're always gonna have a billion follow-up, the JJ, these synchros cannot be dealt with, and the JJ Kewl Tune, I would prioritize over KTS every fucking time, because the JJ Kewl Tune being on field means you're able to access all 4 Kewl Tune names on your follow-up, just by existing with any card you draw or have on field. So, that's it for the video. Super in-depth, as you guys saw, with everything you know about the deck. 30-minute video of every fucking thing you need to know about Kewl Tune, beginning how to combo, how to play, how to deck build with it. So if you guys want to learn more about it, check out my masterclass next week. Subscribe if you want. If money's tight, it's totally cool. Free resources every day. Tomorrow's video, my Kewl Tune 100, Kewl Tune 100 will be a budget way how to play Kewl Tune. So don't miss that out. This is 30 minutes of everything you know about this deck. No YouTubers doing it like I am right now. 100 days straight of this, of just next level free resources for you guys. So this is free. Just imagine the Metafy. With the Metafy, I'm doing classes like this every fucking day. I'll see you guys in the Metafy. I'll see you guys in my class next week. Kewl Tune, best deck. Bye.